Hello everybody, Sky here, the Unaccompanied Miner. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. We are back. We're gonna try and do an existence video today, and I just thought we'd make it casual and chill, and we'd just try and catch up with each other a little bit. So what I am doing right now is, lag spike. I'm actually at our brand new iron farm. This is a 14, come on, can we fly? This is a 14 village resettable iron farm designed by GravaGuy. I will put a link to his video in the description. This is one of the best iron farms I've ever had the pleasure of making. Now, I am not a big fan of making iron farms. I'm a huge fan of the results of iron farms. We actually need some more iron bars. Let's fly over to base and grab some. But I think the reason I've disliked iron farms in the past, why is our memory full? Our memory's just about full. I think after we fix this up, I'll reset the game. But the reason I'm not a fan of iron farms from the past is because I've made a couple of Tango Tex designs. I've made the Iron Titan twice, I think, maybe 3 times. Fly. And the difficulty with those designs was that if the chunks ever unloaded, the farm would be broken and all of your work was for naught. Gruva has really perfected the resettable iron farm designs, and so the reason these guys are cool is it actually uses redstone to build the villages back up. If you know nothing about iron farms, you get the iron actually from villages. So when you have a completely full village with a certain number of doors, certain number of villager population, they'll spawn an iron golem. The way iron farms work is you kind of channel the villages all into one place, and you kind of overlap them. This chest has been completely filled multiple times. It's working fantastically. And that's exactly what this contraption does right here. And then we've got some, fly up here, we've got some satellite villagers and like faux villages there, and there. And this redstone contraption puts them all in the center. Super fantastic stuff. But we're experiencing some lag right now. So I'm going to reset my client so I can get my memory back to normal, and then I'll bring you guys back and we'll kind of figure out what we're gonna do. So we've got a little bit of a project here in the bulk block storage right here. Above me, I am putting in some minecart systems right here. If we wait for a moment, we might get to see one shoot by, maybe. All right, as soon as we get up there, we'll kind of see some things moving around. Oh, they're all on this side. So what I'm doing is I'm putting in these minecart systems with some randomizers / timers because I want this hallway to feel really active. I want you know, there to be some life inside of the factory, and I think that's what we're gonna try and do today. So actually, if we go over and check these guys out, what I've got going here is I've got my random random redstone pulse generator here that uses the redstone ore, an observer, and then an armor stand squished in between those blocks. And I've also got that in combination or in junction with a daylight sensor with an observer facing into it. So anytime that taking a screenshot, anytime that the power level of the daylight detector changes, the observer will detect this. So we've got 2 systems that are putting out kind of intermittent pulses into these minecarts. So every once in a while we'll get the carts going back and forth. So I'm trying to complete these tracks at the moment. I just finished putting in the randomizer systems over on this side. We've got it really tightly squeezed into our item flow and sorter right there. So we do have to be careful about not breaking anything unnecessarily. Are we going to have enough rails? We are just going to have enough. We're going to have 3 extra, it looks like. So I'm going to put in all these slabs right here, catch the powered rails, and then how am I doing this? Put it on that, like that. And then making these guys actually is a pain because I'm using the compact version, which involves pushing blocks into the armor stands. It is quite complicated and a multi-step process to get going here. So I'm gonna pillar up like this, and I'm going to put an observer facing there, and then a block like that, drop down, get a piston, put that into the facing into the observer, break those blocks. Then I've got to, oh, I'm out of armor stands. Let's go get some. What's the best way out here? Ender pearl. Fly steady and true. Excellent. So I wonder if I've got any armor stands in the make here. I've got 3. I need a couple more than that. So let's grab some sticks, and then I think I can just make some like that. Yep, perfect. And do a couple more like that. Put the sticks back. Having completed these storage systems and then this item depositor right here. Oh, that's right. Oh man, you guys, I'm so sorry. So in case you haven't noticed, I have been kind of gone from existence for a little while, but I have been kind of playing on and off. So a bunch of work was done actually and recorded into an episode, but I just really wasn't happy with what I had done with the episode. It was too long and no good places to cut it. And what the time lapse that I had done with some of the projects I was working on just wasn't interesting. It was just me placing a bunch of blocks. And so that was no good. And so I wasn't happy about that. And then I tried a bunch of like different editing techniques I had never done before. It wasn't something I wanted to put out on the channel. So essentially some progress has been lost, but a lot has actually happened. And we'll try and maybe to remember to go over some of that in the coming episodes, so we're not leaving anything out. But yeah, as far as my absence goes, it's not really something I'm too happy about either. Life just had caught up with me, and had to pull my time and put it elsewhere. But that's okay. We are all adults here, and we understand that sometimes life just comes into play, and you can't 100% focus on the things you like doing, or even the things you kind of have promised to yourself that you're going to do. So sometimes life just doesn't work that way, and you've got to accept that and just move forward with what you can do. And so I like to think that that's kind of what I've done with the situation. It's been a good resting period as well. Really let my creative juices come back, and that's been good. That's been very good. So far though, I've tried some new content on the channel. We started a Majora's Mask playthrough. First episode was doing okay. Second episode seems not so much. So I'll put out the rest of what I've recorded, but then that might not actually be a series that sticks around with us, just because you guys, it might, I mean, and I get it. It's an old game, and most people nowadays, like especially some of you guys that I know are subscribed to the channel, are a little younger. And you're probably looking at Majora's Mask and you're like, what kind of garbage graphics are these? Like, my iPhone has 3 times better graphics than this old console, and I get it. I mean, I understand. Like I said, it was a nostalgia trip for me, and I was going through some tough times, and so I wanted to play something that was comforting. And Majora's Mask, hit that spot for me. So I understand, but maybe we'll try some additional games on the channel. I do have a Nintendo Switch. We could play the new Zelda, Breath of the Wild, or maybe some upcoming games might be interesting for us. So yeah, I mean, if you guys have any game ideas, let me know down in the description. I would be happy to check any and all games out. Am I out of levers? I'm out of levers. Hooey, it's always something. It's always something. All right, let's get some cobble. Nope, there we go. Cobble. Yeah, so those guys should actually all be pretty functional. Let's make some minecarts while we're down here. Ooh, let me actually, you know what? Let's take this as an opportunity to show you what this system is. I'm gonna preemptively press this button on our elevator because I don't want to have to wait for the elevator to go down. We're just gonna drop down. So this system is the inventory declutterizer type thing. So what you do is you throw in all of the items you want put away, and it's going to super quickly shoot them down into the system. So let's run. You hear that clicking? There's 4 dispensers that are sucking out of that that chest, and they're dropping them all down here. All right, so you can see the shower of items, and then they're all funneled into that water. Oh, geez, look at all. Get out of my inventory. That's all funneled down into a water stream that goes underground, and then back up into that elevator, which actually, did I get rid of my ender pearls? I did not. We're going to leave this elevator down here because we're going to come down one more time. All of that goes into this elevator, which then goes into our water stream sorting system for bulk blocks right there. You can kind of see items dropping down right there. Let's see. Yeah, so there's some buttons coming down. And then they are swimming down that system, go around, come back down, and then they're going to start coming up this item elevator, which starts down at the bottom there. Then it's a very similar story. They get sorted over on that side, and then any remaining items actually get sent into our multi-item sorting system right there. And once that's complete, get sent right there. Any reject items get put into this chest right here, just means they didn't have a home. But since I've installed that, doing projects has just been infinitely just more manageable, just because I can clean up after a project super fast, and I always know where items are going to be. So let's get those levers and minecarts made, and then we'll kind of see how this system has turned out. See if it's outputting carts at kind of the level we want. So we actually need to make some levers and then get all of the iron. Actually, we don't need that much. Then get some chests. I want them to be minecart chests to make it look like like items are being shot back and forth, since it is like part of our sorting system area. I think that will be too many, but better have too many than not enough. Am I right? I am right. All right, so let's shoot up here and place down our minecarts. Do you already have one? You already have one, so we'll put one there, and right there, and right there. Oh, so those guys both got a nice pulse. I bet that the daylight sensor changed. Oh, are you not on full delay? Why are you stuck? Oh, I know exactly why you're stuck, because we forgot to power those rails with the levers that we didn't make. Go like that, shoot you along, go like that just for symmetry reasons, and then you guys already have it over here. Awesome. So I think the other thing I want to do is I want to make sure that these daylight sensors alternate. So I want you to be on nighttime, daytime. We'll go nighttime, daytime, nighttime, daytime. And then on this side, we want to make sure that now it is going to go nighttime, daytime. Is that how we have it? Yeah, that's how we have it. Nighttime. There we go. That way the pulses from the carts aren't all synchronized. And so I think this should give us a pretty cool effect. They won't be going as often as I think would be aesthetically pleasing, because if they were just going all the time, that would be amazing. But if we sit here and watch, we should at least get one every once in a while, which should just be enough to like pique the interest of whoever sees it. So let's wait. There we go. So I mean, that's the idea. And then sometimes we'll get a bunch coming at once. Sometimes we'll just get one or two. you know, and there could be periods where it's actually really active just because it's random, because we've got the random pulse generator, which activates probably, you know, in a period of 60 seconds on average. But then we also have the daylight sensors, so those will provide some, you know, additional boost if we're in an inactive period. So I think that turned out pretty cool. Let's oh nope, we missed him. I was gonna give him a okay, I'll see ya. So I think that's pretty cool. What we could look into next actually is maybe some minecart tracks leaving that area and kind of going out and about inside the factory. That might be very cool. Yeah, let's do that. I will get one track up and then we'll kind of see what we think about it. So this is kind of what I have going for us so far. I've got one track that I feel is pretty close to being perfect. And then this other track I actually ran out of materials. Let's see if we can ender pearl up here. Perfect. So yeah, I ran out of powered rails. I have one more, but that's not enough. What we'll need is a bit more gold to finish off this end right here. So what I think we're lacking right now is actually lighting for the tracks, because the factory in general is pretty dark, you know, with the exception of the floor, which is completely lit up. These tracks are really dark, so I was thinking we could maybe experiment with some end rods, maybe to give light. So let's pop, let's actually jump right up here. Let's pop these guys out and maybe throw in an end rod or two like that. How's that look? How do we like? Well, it kind of gives the lamppost effect. That's not too bad. But you know what? I wanted to try maybe these fences. Maybe add even more of a lampy look. How's that look? Okay, it's looking okay. Let's try redstone lamps actually in place of the end rods, because we actually have these redstone blocks right up there, so we already have a power source available to us. Inventory is disgusting right now, so let's pop this guy out and that guy out, throw one of those in, and then another spruce fence. Actually, you know what? Let's go back to one of those guys, drop that guy down, place that guy right there, then place another one of the spruce fences right there, and then we'll go like this and look. I like the idea, but I ruined it by taking away the cobble fence and making this shorter. So let's bring that guy back up like that. It's not terrible. Let's get another look. It's not terrible. Maybe we take that top cobble fence out. Might help out just a little bit. I just like this design because it does make them look nice and sturdy. If we switch to too much wood and too many throwing things around, and too many alternating materials, we might lose that effect. Let's try it. Let's remove that guy. I think we can. There we go. We'll go like that. Take that guy out, place it with that. I mean, the light is definitely necessary. We really need some sort of a light source up there. What I could try doing is putting a redstone lamp where that redstone block is, but then the question is, how do we power it? Plus, we've got to power the rails. No, the block's going to need to stay. Oh, you know what would be amazing is if it was 1.13 already and we had the spruce trapdoors. I could just put spruce trapdoors all the way around those. Ooh, man. Well, I think we'll put redstone lamps underneath all these guys for the time being, since we don't have access to 1.13 blocks just yet. Not what I wanted. Let's go like that. Suffocate, perfect, exactly what I wanted. But yeah, let's throw these guys in, and then let's try 100% cobble walls. How's that look? Ooh, no bueno, no bueno. We definitely need the spruce in there. did we already try this? I feel like we already tried this. Let me try that. That actually feels pretty good. Let's look at doing that for all of them. So I'll make that switch. What I wanted to also show you guys is kind of what mechanism we've got up here. So we've got powered rails coming all the way in here, and then the minecart stops right here. It should be coming back, and it's going to stop. And so what we're doing is we're actually just pulling the signal off of this guy, and we're routing them into each other. So anytime either one of those activates, it's going to push this card off. So it essentially gets activated twice as often as these guys do individually. The downside is that so does that minecart right there, but really it's fine. His track is a lot shorter, and there's only a 50% chance he'll be here in the first place. So anytime these guys activate, go ahead and activate since I'm standing right here. You don't want to because we're on camera? Okay, well, I'm gonna leave. All right, fine. It doesn't actually want to do it. But anytime these guys activate, this guy gets shot over. We have to do the same thing over on this side, actually. So we've just got this pulling off. What we actually need to do, sorry, I forgot I already did this. So powered rails, we're running short on signal here. The redstone power source is right there, but yeah, it doesn't quite reach all the way over here, and I don't really want to put a lever or another redstone block anywhere right here. So what we're doing is we're actually using a bug in the game to extend the signal. So I'm going to put a redstone block on the last powered rail right here that does receive power, and then I'm going to put another one right there. Obviously, this powers the last few, but now what's really cool is if we remove the blocks in the order that we place them, the redstone signal actually doesn't get updated, and so we're just kind of cheating the system here to get a little extra juice. That's what I've done actually to extend the power all the way over here. Yeah, those redstone lamps, they make a big difference, you know, lighting up the area. I like that quite a bit. So I will get those changed out, you guys. But I think, you know what, let's call it an episode here. I wanted it to be a shorter, chiller kind of episode, and I think that's what we've done. I still have to figure out what I want to do bringing this guy over right here. Same thing with, let's actually get my bow out. Oh geez, inventory is so disgusting. I want to do something similar with that guy and then maybe bringing him over there. But the problem with these two locations is, unlike the area over here that has the sorting system, there's nothing over here as like a point of interest or reason that the minecarts are even making their journey over there. So I'm gonna have to come up with something creative to do with these two ends. I might remove that bridge right there until I do think of something interesting. But I want to thank you guys all so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like, and I will see you all in the next episode. Goodbye.